Hello, I'm Warren Martin, and this is Mo Monday, where it's all about getting Big Mo on your side to start out your work week, getting the motivation you need on Monday to be who you were created to be all week long. I'm going to break from the traditional Mo Monday format this week, and I hope you'll go with me on this. Last week I did a Mo Monday called A Unique Expression, and later in that week I wrote an article about church hoppers. And I have been really just overwhelmed by the emails that I've received from people who talk about all of the things that have happened in their life, all of the marks that other people have put into their life, all of the setbacks that they've experienced, all of the wrong decisions that they make, and how they have messed up their lives, and just wondering if it is possible for them to still be who they were created to be. So I want to address that directly this morning, and I hope you'll go with me on this. If you want to see the Mo Monday from last week, or you want to see the article I wrote, both of them are at warrenmartin.com. Be sure and check those out. But I want to address that topic. If you've messed up in your life, or if other people have done things to you that has radically altered your life, is it still possible for you to be who you were created to be? And I want you to go with me on an illustration on this, okay? All right, I want to share with you an illustration that comes from the Face Your Future Bible study that I wrote. Yes, I'm going to preach just a little bit, but hey, I'm a minister. What do you expect? And in this illustration, you see, a lot of us think that when we are born in life, when we are put forward, that we get this blank sheet. And we get to choose the portrait that we want to have. We get to make our own portrait of success. But when we get down and really look at it, this is more like what we find. Now, then I had someone in the office come in. They didn't want to be on camera, but they came in and they put 3 marks up on this board. And this is more like what we find in our lives. You see, we have in our lives marks that someone else put there. Marks that we put there by making mistakes. We have blemishes that are in our life. We have all kinds of things that have scarred up our lives, and many of us are to the point where we think there are so many marks in our lives that there's no way I can create a portrait of success with all of those messed up marks. And yet, when you look at this, there's an illustration that goes here, and it's an art technique where any 3 lines that you put up on a board, any 3 lines at all, you can create a face using those 3 lines. So, almost any 3 lines, no, I'm kidding. You can create a face using any 3 lines that you put on the board. So let's see if we can do that here. All right, let's take a look at this and see what can we do. And there we go. Any 3 lines that you put up on a paper, you're able to take those 3 lines and work them out to make a face. And what I want to share with you today is the exact same thing is true in your life. Maybe you didn't put those marks in your life. Maybe they're not the marks that you wanted. Maybe you made some horrible mistakes, and those mistakes have marred your life. They have marked it up to the point where you're wondering, is it even possible for me to create a portrait of success? And the answer to that is yes. Just as I took 3 marks that someone else put on this board and turned it into a beautiful picture, so it is with you. When you put your hands and you put yourself into the hands of God, He is able to take whatever blemishes, whatever mistakes, whatever mars there are in your life, and He is able to work them out into a beautiful portrait of success. You see, the Bible teaches us that anyone who comes to know Christ is a new creation. A lot of times we think, oh, I get a clean slate, everything's wiped away. And yet in my life, when I became a Christian, I began to say, hey, all of those marks are still there. They didn't go anywhere. They're still in my life. And God just kind of spoke to me and said, keep reading. Because what that verse actually says in 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 17 through 20, is it says, yeah, anyone who comes to know Christ is a new creation. Behold, all old things are gone. Everything's become new because now all things are of God. You see, it's a matter of not getting all the marks taken out of your life, but putting all the mistakes, all of the marks, all the things other people have done to you, and putting those into the hands of God and allowing Him to make your beautiful portrait of success, to create you into the person that you were created to be. What I want to encourage you with this week is simply this. You can be who you were created to be this week. And you can live as a portrait of success in this world, because God wants to live that out through your life. Now then, I generally don't preach on Mo Mondays, but I felt that that was important to get that out there because so many people have written to me this past week just saying, man, I have messed up in my life. Well, if you've messed up in your life, what I want you to hear today is that God is able to work out your portrait of success if you will put your life, your mistakes, all of those marks that other people have put into your life, all those marks that you put into your own life, if you will put them into God's hands, He is able to work out your portrait of success. I'm putting my email address down here on the bottom. And I'm going to be going through online, it doesn't matter where in the world you are, I'm going to be going through online a Bible study that's called Face Your Future, Creating Your Portrait of Success, that uses this illustration and goes through a 5-week study that looks at how you can become a portrait of success by putting yourself into God's hands. If you would like to go through that Bible study with me, it'll be live online. You'll be able to do it from anywhere in the world. Send me an email and we'll begin working out the times that will accommodate the people that are interested in doing that, and we'll go through that Bible study. Until next time, I'm Warren Martin. Hey, let's go get back in the game of life, and hey, let's go live out that portrait of success that we were created to be this week. Until next time, hey, have an extraordinary week.